Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Gauranitai, Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Baladev, Jaya Subhadra, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur, Hari Bol. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramhamsa Parivrajagacharya Astotarsis Divine Grace Abhay Charanarvind Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki ISKCON Founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada Ki Anant Koti Vaishnavrinda Ki Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai Prem Se Kaho Shri Krishna Caitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaur Bhaktavrinda Ki Jai. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories, all glories, all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Ho. Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Maharani Rath Yatra Ki Jai Ho. Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunamlitamena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Sthapitamena Bhutale Swayam Rupakadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavam Sya Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padano Sahagana Sri Lalita Shri Vishakhavitam Sya He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesh Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostate Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Sri Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Sudhirdevi Pranama Me Haripri Vanchakalpatarubhasya Pasindhu Bevacha Patitanam Pavnebhyo Vaishnaveva Namaha Namam Vishnu Padara Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Srimadi Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gaurvani Pracharine Nirvisesa Shunyavadi Pashatade Satarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasade Gaur Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Thank you for giving me opportunity to serve all of you. This is the new Jagannath Puri, huh? That's what I saw on the outside. So this is the main is the Jagannath here. It is Jagannath. Beside Gaurnitai, right? Srila Prabhupada. When Srila Prabhupada came in the United States in 1965, in 1966 he got the 22nd Avenue. And at that time, everybody didn't know Srila Prabhupada. As Prabhupada, they would call Swamiji. And Brahmananda Prabhu and his brother Garg Muni, they were the first kind of disciples besides others. So near that 22nd, there was a place, marble place, where they make the, when you buried the people, they have the, what you call the plate. They have the plate even with the name, person so and so person name and died from this year. This tomb, it is called tomb, right? Tomb. So that place was making this tomb. So Srila Prabhupada, this is in 1966, before he went to San Francisco. So Srila Prabhupada drew the picture of three deities, three figurine, they would call figurine at that time, because nobody knew. For Vaishnavis it was, what is this figurine? But he had drawn Lord Jagannath, Baldev and Subhadra Maharani on that picture, on the paper. And he said to Brahmananda that please go to that shop, go to the place and tell them to carve these figures. So Brahmananda didn't know what is this Swamiji is telling me to do. I have no idea what he's telling me. He said, you just go and sew the picture, sew this paper and sew that. Can you carve this exactly like this? So at that time, one thing about all the disciples of Srila Prabhupada, that they accepted, they didn't ask question. Srila Prabhupada said, you go this country, you just go, pack it. Doesn't matter whether you have money or no money. Find the money or go. Srila Prabhupada, he had a broad perspective, broad understanding. So Swamiji said, so Brahmananda went with the regular dress and said, here is my Swamiji is here and he has told me to carve this exactly according to figures. So they said, we don't do that. We cannot carve this. So the point was that Srila Prabhupada had, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj wanted to have first deities in the Western countries, Lord Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra. And that's what Srila Prabhupada wanted. But that didn't happen in New York. But in 1967, when he went to San Francisco, first time, Mukunda Prabhu and Janaki, they were the first disciples. Srila Prabhupada initiated also, he performed marriage ceremony in New York, and then Mukunda and Janaki, they went to San Francisco. And of course, Shyam Sundar and Mother Malati, they joined with them because they were friends. So they all came to San Francisco together. They all were together. And Mother Malati she went to some store and she found the 3 small figurines. She didn't know who these figurines are. She didn't know. So it was hippie time, Hippies, what they do. So she just took the one figure and put it in her pocket and just, she didn't pay for it. She just slept with that figurine, one small figurine. There were 3 figurines, she took one. And she brought to Swamiji because it was something, probably something from India East, from East side, in the India. So don't bring it, she brought it. And she gave to Srila Prabhupada, she put to Srila Prabhupada, he had a trunk, so he put it on. Srila Prabhupada right away pay for obeisance. And Malati is wondering at the time, what this Swamiji is doing. Then Srila Prabhupada told that this is Lord Jagannath, Lord of the universe. Mm-hmm. So then Srila Prabhupada said, there were other 2 figurines there in the store. He said, yeah, there were 2 more, so Joe, go get it. And this time Malati paid. Malati was Mother Malati. Another thing was about it that, the people come to deliver the butter and the milk and all that. People come with a truck and they deliver it. So the guy goes to deliver the butter in the house and he keeps the back, open of his truck. And Malati would go when he is in the house, to deliver, she would go and take the butter, steal the butter from the truck without letting the guy know. And Srila Prabhupada watching from the roof that she is taking this butter. So then after some time, Srila Prabhupada said, he said, Krishna also used to steal butter. He made a joke. He said, but we shouldn't do this. Because it was hippie time, Hippie time is that everything belongs to Krishna. So everything, whatever is belong to Krishna, you just go get it without asking. Mm-hmm. When Srila Prabhupada came in, was first time in Gainesville. Everything was, so they had prepared a Vyasasana and they had to get the flowers. So where are they going to get the flowers from? So the municipality building, the city hall had a big garden. So the 2 or 3 ladies at night, they went at night with a whole empty garbage bag and just took all the flowers from the garden and brought it. And they decorated all the Srila Prabhupada's Vyasas and everything, all the, magnolia flowers at that time, all the beautiful. So that's where it was previously, but they had a faith in Srila Prabhupada. So of course when Srila Prabhupada went to San Francisco, then Krishna fulfilled desire because that was the desire of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj, that first deity in the Western country, Lord Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Maharani, and Krishna fulfilled. That is the point that the Krishna doesn't give bhakti so easily. He will give you everything, but he will not give bhakti easily. Because if he gives bhakti, then you have purchased him. That means he has to fulfill all the desires of the devotee. So Srila Prabhupada, being the pure personality, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj, pure personality, Prabhupada had a desire So Krishna had to fulfill desire. So Lord Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra, Maharani were the first deities on the Western country, in the Western country, were installed. And installation was also Srila Prabhupada. Of course, then Srila Prabhupada told Shyam Sundar to carve because he was a carpenter. He liked to carve. So he carved the big deities of Lord Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra, Maharani. He carved 2 or 3 sets. And I think one set was brought in London, if I wrong. Because one set was in New York, and another set was in San Francisco, I think. So anyhow, he had carved 3 sets of deities. And then, how was the installation? The devotee doesn't know what, So Srila Prabhupada had in the plate just the candle, not actually ghee lamps, just the candles. And light a candle, and Srila Prabhupada said, you offer the candle to the deities, Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra, Maharani. And then, of course, he said that you bring some fruits. That's what he would say. You should bring some fruits, something to offer. And that's where they did the installation of the Lord. This is installation of Lord. And of course, we know that the deities, first they went to Harinam and they brought the Lord Jagannath just like that in the park. Leaving Baldev Subhadra there on bringing Lord Jagannath without any dress or anything, just like that. On Harinam they brought it. And Srila Prabhupada was surprised. Why is Lord Jagannath is here? Well, Swamiji, chanting holy name, so Hare Krishna. So they brought the deities like that. So point is that we all are each other here because of Srila Prabhupada. That's the point. And it is, Srila Prabhupada, because of Srila Prabhupada, we know Gaurnita, Radha Krishna, Krishna Balaram, Jagannath, Baldev Subhadra, Maharani. And to reciprocate with the causeless mercy given to us, we make our goal of life and perfection of spiritual service to please Srila Prabhupada. And one of the main Srila Prabhupada function was the Rath Yatra. Because Rath Yatra is the mass prasad distribution, mass preaching, mass book distribution, cultural program, and devotees, it touches the heart of the devotees by Rath Yatra. It touches the heart. It's important. And Srila Prabhupada himself, we know, he did the first, he was a little boy, and he did Rath Yatra himself. So Rath Yatra was very dear to him. And it is said that the Srila Prabhupada wanted to increase the Rath Yatra festivals everywhere. He wanted everywhere. Even every town, he wanted Rath Yatra festival. Because he told to Jagadish Prabhu, this was in Chicago. He said that because he wanted to have the television show. So he said that the television show, yes, it's okay, it's important. But he said, but television show, people will see it and people will not going to remember for a long time. But they will see the Lord Jagannath on the cart, and they will the cultural program. It will, the print of that will be in their heart, and they will remember. See, so he said, make it twice big. Rath Yatra, make a big festival. That's what Srila Prabhupada wanted. It says that in the Narada Purana said that anyone who sees the Lord Jagannath on the cart, just anyone, they are on the way to path to go back home, back to Godhead. Lord in the chariot. What to say if they hear the holy name? They have prasadam. They see the cultural program. They know they like the culture. So this is what the Rath Yatra is about. So I've told to give 3 classes today, tomorrow, and Saturday. So today and tomorrow we will talk about the magnanimity of Lord Jagannath, some pastimes of Lord Jagannath. And on Sunday, finally, we will talk about the Jagannathastakam. We can sing Jagannathastakam together, and then we can talk each stanza, we can talk about in detail. Because when we understand the Jagannathastakam, then we will have feelings to chant, feelings to sing. See, that's why Guru Puja, we chant the Guru Puja and we chant the translation to what is that means. So similarly we will do that. Now Lord Jagannath magnanimity is Lord Jagannath is so magnanimous. He is the Lord of the universe, right? And that this is the only Lord. Most of the time, people have the Utsava deity. They have the festival deity, and festival deities, come out for the procession. But this is the only deity on this planet where Lord Himself comes out on the street. These only deities. See? Because He is most merciful. He is Jagannath. He is Jagan means Nath. In Jagan means universe, and Nath means the Lord Master of the universe. See? So these only deities come out on the road, to give the darshan. Second thing is He is so compassionate that in the temple of Jagannath temple, there is very strict rules and regulation. But when He is on the chariot, you can go and you can embrace Lord Jagannath. He wants, why He has 2 hands like this? 2 hands because He wants to embrace you. He wants to embrace His devotees. That's why He has 2 hands like this. See? Third thing is that He is so kind that during you have Jagannath right now is sick. And you all must be giving the herb and all this medicine. This is the time because he got sick. By bathing him, he got cold. When you had Snan Yatra, he got cold. So right now he's giving the medicine. At that time, who serves the Lord Jagannath? Sabara. It's called Sabara. Sabara people are they are not Brahmana, they are not Vaishya, they are not Kshatriya, they are not Sudra, they are lower than Sudra. They are pig. They raise the pigs. They are the one who serve this Jagannath during those 15 days. See? So this is the Lord. He allows everybody. Most merciful Lord. See? Also, when this procession, because Lord, people are not allowed in the Jagannath temple, as you know. Not just the Westerner, but also Indira Gandhi was not allowed even either. Muslims, they're not allowed in the Jagannath temple. It's because she was married to Parsi, as I understand. But here the Lord, and that's why he comes out on the cart for having darshan. Everybody, you're not allowed temple, fine, we'll have darshan outside. He wants to give darshan to everybody. See, this is Lord Jagannath. He wants embrace. Besides that, does he have the eyelids? Lord Jagannath has eyelids? No, so how can he go to sleep? Right? The King Indradumna was a great personality. And of course, he had carved the deities. Actually, Lord came as a Vishwakarma. There is whole pastimes about it. There, the Indradumna wanted to have the Lord, and he got the 3 logs came just like that on the ocean, and Indradumna had brought those 3 logs. His man, he was a king. He was a great personality. He was a staunch devotee of Lord Jagannath. So he wanted to have carved it. So he had the Lord came as a Vishwakarma. Vishwakarma is the architect of the demigods. So the Lord Vishwakarma is an old man. He came as an old man. And he said, I will carve you, I will carve. But with one condition. When I carve for 21 days, you have to leave me alone. Don't bother me. For 21 days, and I will carve the deity. I will carve for you. So Lord King Indradumna agreed with it. So 3 logs were put in the room, big room, and this old man, Vishwakarma, as an old man, he came and he went in the room. He locked the door, and inside he is carving the deities. But he is not eating or not sleeping or not drinking anything. So King Indradumna's wife, Gundicha, she kind of worried because she thought this old man is there in the room and he's not even drinking, he's not asking for any food to eat, anything. He probably died, she thought. So it happened for 2 weeks. And after the 2 weeks, Gundicha kind of thought, this old man must be dead. So she requested to King Indradumna, she better open the door and see whether he's alive or not. He's not drinking, not eating, nothing. And we don't even hear. We don't even hear him carving, because if someone is carving, you can hear the noise outside the room. So we don't hear anything. He must be dead. King Indradumna didn't want to do it, but he go along with his wife. Along her wife desired, he opened the door and he saw that man had already gone, and 3 deities were in this form, which we have the darshan of this form. You see. So this is what the Lord Jagannath is. So why is this form? But before we go to let's talk about this. So King Indradumna was a great personality. So Lord had asked him to ask for the 3 boons. 3 benediction he asked. To King Indradumna, he asked for 3 benediction. So first benediction he asked that Lord eat all the time. You have to eat all the time, my Lord. King Indradumna is telling to Lord Jagannath, you have to eat all the time. Second thing he said, you have to sleep only 1 prahara, means only 3 hours in 24 hours. And third thing he asked to Lord is that, I don't want any son. I don't want any progeny, no son. So then the question was raised, why no son? Because he was a king And king usually has the son who will be the heir to continue the dynasty. And King Indradumna thought that if I have a son, then in the future when I am gone, that the son will think that this temple belongs to me because it's my father's property, belongs to me. So King Indradumna didn't want that. See. And eating all the time means Lord is this Lord always eat. They just keep eating. In Jagannath temple, they prepared for 56 preparation to offer to the Lord. And the Lord, after offering, Lord wash his hands and give another 56 preparation. Lord wash his hand, another 56 preparation. Lord wash his hand, another 56 preparation. Imagine. Because this Lord keep eating. He eats. One time, there was in a Gundicha temple, now that deity is Radha Krishna deity was there. The Radha Krishna deity which is Gundicha temple, I forgot the name. That deity was in Jagannath temple. And that deity was from the kitchen, that deity, and then Lord Jagannath. So Pujari was bringing the offerings and he would offer to this deity, Radha Krishna. The Radha Krishna deity would eat everything. And Lord Jagannath wouldn't get anything. So then Jagannath complained to the Pujari. He said, what is my offering here? I'm starving here. So that deity was, Radha Krishna deity was eating everything. So Jagannath said, remove them here from. I don't want, between the kitchen and me, no deities. Remove them. They don't belong to here, move them. So that deities are there in Gundicha temple. And Lord, of course, we know the Lord Caitanya stayed for 18 years in the Gundicha temple and 12 years. So that's where that deity is. So Lord Jagannath, they eat. That's what he does. And during the night time, because he has no eyelids, how can he go to sleep? That's why Jagannath temple, so at night time, he doesn't go to sleep. All the demigods, Narad Muni, everybody comes there and he's talk. That's what he does at night. See. So during the day, this is what he does. During the time, he's eat, and night time he just talk. That's what this is Lord Jagannath. See. And so this Lord is so merciful. If you see the Lord Jagannath's eyes, there is around the eyes, there is an end circle of the red. Notice next time. You see the red? If you notice around the eyes, there is a big eyes. Lord eyes is big eyes. And around there is a red mark all around there. So it is said that when the people feel mercy and people feel compassion, then the tears often appears from their eyes, right? In the corner of the eyes, if you see next time corner of eyes, we have red dots. If you can look at next time corner of them. From the red dots, if tears are coming of the compassion, of the mercy. But Lord Jagannath is so merciful. He is so unlimited because he has red all around the eyes. So his compassion is flowing from his eyes. See? He's so compassionate, Lord Jagannath. And that's why this Rath Yatra is so important, because it gives its compassion, is pouring the compassion to the. That's why during Rath Yatra, we invite the people, we invite the spectators to pull the cart. Because by pulling the cart, what is Rath Yatra? Is pulling the cart. We are pulling the Lord. That means we are pulling the Lord within our heart. See? So it's important that during the Rath Yatra, all the spectators which are there, we invite them and tell them to engage in pulling the cart, engage them in the dancing when the holy name chanting is going on. Give them prasadam. This is what Srila Prabhupada, compassion was there. So we follow in his footsteps. We also do that. Now, of course, the pastime of this, why Lord is in this form? Because you can see they have no legs. Subhadra is not even hands or legs. Right? Only Jagannath and Baldeva have his hands like this, that's it. So why is this form? So of course it is mentioned in the scripture that the Lord was, in Satyuga, Lord appeared as Badri Narayan. In Treta Yuga he appeared Lord Ramchandra. In Dwapar Yuga, of course, he appeared as Lord Krishna. But in the Kali Yuga, there is no Lila avatar. Lord Chaitanya appeared, but he appeared as a devotee. So that's why it's Tri Yuga. And of course, Lord Chaitanya as a devotee, he appeared, but he appeared in the form he came as in the Krishna, but Lord Chaitanya is Krishna himself, but he is in a mood of Radharani. See, that's why we say Lord Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Radha Krishna nahi anya. Lord Chaitanya is none other than Radha Krishna. See, so that's why Lord Chaitanya is called Channa Avatar, disguise of a devotee. So this Lord, came as this appear is a Daru Brahman, which is the wooden deity of the form, which is Lord Jagannath for this Kali Yuga. And this Lord Jagannath is the most merciful incarnation of the Lord. And Lord Jagannath is none other than Radha Shyam. Lord Jagannath is Gauranga. Lord Jagannath is Shyam Sundar. Lord Jagannath is Shyam Sundar. Lord Jagannath is none other than Shyam Sundar, none other than Gaura. And that's why when Lord Chaitanya first time when he came to Jagannath Puri, and as soon as he went in the temple, he wanted to embrace Lord Jagannath. Why? Because Lord Chaitanya is a mood of Radharani. He was seeing the Jagannath as a Shyam Sundar. So he wanted to embrace him. See. So Lord, I go on up to 8:30. Is that okay, or there is question answer? But class is until 8:30. Okay. So Lord, I will just stand why this form today. We'll talk about why this form of Lord Jagannath. So of course we know that Krishna appeared in Mathura, in the Kamsa's prison. That is then Vasudev Krishna transfer Vasudev Krishna from Mathura to Vrindavan. And at that time, Vrindavan, of course, Mother Jasoda had already given birth to Krishna, Shyam Sundar, two-handed form. And when the Vasudev brought this Vasudev Krishna from Mathura to Gokul, crossing the Jamuna, then this four-handed form of Lord Vasudev Krishna merged into two-handed form, and that is the Lord Shyam Sundar. And Shyam Sundar never leaves Vrindavan. And of course that Shyam Sundar performed 11 years pastimes in Vrindavan, in the 12th forest. Hare Krishna. So Lord's pastime, Vrindavan pastimes are very sweet, Because in Vrindavan, Brajavasis don't accept Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. They don't accept Krishna as a Lord. For them, Krishna is our friend. Krishna is our lover. Krishna is our son. Krishna is a, so therefore they worship. There is no question of worship Krishna. Is their friend. Krishna is their friend. There is no worship of Krishna in Vrindavan. Brajavasis. So if Krishna is playing with his friends, in Vrindavan, if Krishna is playing with his friends, and the condition is made that if there is a two party, one is winning party and one is the defeated party. So if the defeated party has to follow the policy which is set up. So if the defeated party has to carry the winning party on their shoulder, the people of defeated party has to do that. So if Krishna is in one party and his party is defeated, then Krishna cannot say to other party that, yeah, I'm the Lord. He cannot say that. The boys of the winning party will tell that you are defeated, you better become a horse. We're going to sit on top of you. And Krishna has to accept it. So that is the relationship in Braj. They don't accept Krishna. Sometimes he shows the glance of his opulences. But otherwise, just like Mother Jasoda, he showed the universal form. When Balram, they all complained that Krishna is a dirt. Then Krishna showed him his universal form. And right away, he just removed that because Mother Jasoda has that relationship as my son. Krishna is my son. For Nand Maharaj, Krishna is my little boy, my son. Doesn't matter. He's outside. You consider him Supreme Lord, that's your. Uddhava said, but he said, no, he is my Lord. You see. So here after, of course, Krishna, after 11 years, he was in Mathura. And then, of course, he was with Devaki and Vasudev in Mathura. In the Vrindavan, he was with sweet pastimes with Nanda Maharaj, Jashoda, and all the cowherd boys and gopis. Very sweet pastime, so close, loving relationship. Because in Mathura, the Devaki and Vasudev, they knew that Krishna is Supreme Person of Godhead because they had seen him in the prison when he born. So for them, the loving relationship was different than the loving relationship of Jashoda and Nanda Maharaj. See, and of course after that, Krishna used to, their one purpose was to annihilate all the demons, all this. So he killed Kamsa, of course, in Mathura. And then Kamsa's, the two daughters of Jarasandha were married to Kamsa. Asti and Prapti, I think, both there. So after Krishna killed Kamsa, then this daughter became widow. They were widow. So they went to when the daughter is widow, whom they gonna go? They go to their father. So they went to Jarasandha. And Jarasandha was angry with Kamsa because angry with Krishna because he killed Kamsa. So Jarasandha fought for 17 times in Mathura. And these 17 times, every time he would bring so many kings, he would bring all his other kings to Mathura to fight with Krishna, to kill Krishna and Balaram. And every time, Krishna and Balaram would kill all of them. So it was, Krishna was saying, it's good, let the Jarasandha bring all these kings here in Mathura. So I don't have to go everywhere to fight and kill all of them. Let Jarasandha bring. So this is the way Krishna would kill all of them. And Balaram even caught Jarasandha. And Balaram wanted to kill Jarasandha. Krishna said, no, this is not the time for him. That time will come in the future. So release. So Jarasandha, so after 17 times, of course, Jarasandha was a personality who loved Brahma. He one thing, all these demons, they had a knowledge. They knew they had a knowledge about all the scriptures. But because they by heart they were against Krishna, so they were not able to keep that knowledge within their heart. They had enmity towards Krishna, enmity towards Vishnu, so they could not carry that heart knowledge within their heart. Kamsa can speak Bhagavad Gita, Ravan can speak Bhagavad Gita, Hiranyakashipu can speak all Bhagavad Gita. But it's just they have the knowledge, but they cannot keep it in the heart because they are enmity towards Vishnu. See? So of course the Jarasandha, every time he would go to fight with Krishna, he would have the blessings of the Brahmanas. He would ask for the blessings that I'm going to win this war. But every time, 17 times, Brahmanas gave him blessings, but every time he was defeated. So last time Jarasandha decided, he told the Brahmanas, look, this time you are giving blessings, but if your blessing doesn't come true, I'm going to kill all of you. All the Brahmanas, he said, I'm going to kill all the Brahmanas. So Krishna knew that if Jarasandha is defeated this time, he will kill all the Brahmanas. So what Jarasandha, and Krishna is the Namo Brahmane Devaya, Go Brahmana Hitaya Cha. Krishna loves the Brahman and the cows. So he wanted to protect the Brahmanas. So what Krishna did? Krishna left battle in the middle of fighting. And that's why he's called Ranchod. Ran means the battle, and means Rochod means leave the fighting, go away from the fight. And that's where Krishna and Balram, they left the Mathura and they jumped to the big hill, and they established the Dwarka. Vishwakarma had established whole Dwarka city in one night. In one night, Vishwakarma had established whole Dwarka city with 16,100 palaces and all that in one night. He had done that. But Jarasandha thought that these Krishna Balrams are in the hill, so he put the fire around the whole hill, and he thought Krishna Balram is killed. But Krishna Balram already jumped from that hill, and they had already gone to Dwarka. And the people of Mathura, when they had gone to sleep in Mathura, but when they woke up in the morning, where they were? They were in Dwarka. They got up in the morning, they found themselves in Dwarka. What are we doing here? Because Krishna had established the Dwarka. So Krishna had those that loving relationship with his Vrindavan Vrajavasi, that even though in Dwarka he was a king, and he had 16,100 queens, but the Rukmini and all these main 8 queens and other queens he had, and they were so loving to him. But even though at night he would, in the sleep, he would dream of the Vrindavan pastime, and would call out, Radhe, 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 Radhe. He would call out in the middle of the night. And I imagine if you have, if you are sitting with your wife and you call out some other one, wife would think, what is this happening? He has some girlfriend or what? So all the queens were thinking that we are serving him nicely, we love him. Why, who is calling? Who is this Radha? He's calling out all the time. Because he that is loving pastimes. He was loving that. He was remembering those pastimes for Leelas he had. So they asked, whom should we ask about this? So Vasudeva and Devaki, they were in Mathura. They had not realized the pastimes of Krishna Balram in Vrindavan. So they asked Rohini. Because Rohini was in Vrindavan. Balram was born, Balram was transferred from the womb of Devaki to womb of Rohini, and Rohini had given birth to Balram in Vrindavan. So Rohini knew the pastime. Rohini had really saw these pastimes of Krishna and Balram in Vrindavan. So all the queens approached him. All the queens approached to Balaram, to Krishna, to Rohini, please, who is this Radha? Please tell us. So Rohini said, yes, I will tell you, but when this pastimes of they are so relishable that if Krishna Balram will hear those pastimes, they will lose they will be just so absorbed in those, because that's what they are always thinking, Krishna Balram. You see. So Rohini had all the queens in one big hall. And they had kept Subhadra as a guard at the door. And Rohini had given the instruction to Subhadra that you don't allow Krishna Balram inside. Because if they hear the pastime, they will completely absorb in those. See? When the Krishna Balram had gone in the meeting in Sudharma hall, at that time Rohini had all the queens in the hall and Subhadra as a guard. She was narrating all the pastimes of Krishna in Vrindavan. And at that time, all the queens were relishing those pastimes of Krishna Balram. And Subhadra was as a guard, and she's standing at the guard at the door, and she was also relishing. So as she was, and the Krishna Balram came, and Subhadra would not allow Krishna Balram inside the hall where Rohini was. So Krishna Balram standing outside, and they are listening their pastimes. And as they were relishing, hearing the pastimes, it is called the Mahaprakash Bhava, where there are symptoms of this Mahaprakash Bhava is that their limbs are going inside. Their legs and in their hands, they are going inside. There's a whole symptoms are mentioned about it. It is mentioned that the ecstatic loving symptoms in separation, that heart melt, body melt, tears flow from their eyes, their limbs and legs and hands enter in the body. Their eyes become like a dilated, big eyes. That's why you have Jagannath Baldev, Subhadraman has big eyes. These are the symptoms. So that's seeing the ecstasy of Brajbasi's love. They were relishing the Brajbasi's love, and in that ecstasy, this Mahaprakash Bhav, and this is what the form is. The form is Mahaprakash Bhav. But then there Narad Muni came, and Narad Muni saw this form. So when Narad Muni saw this form, he was keep laughing at it. But after the Mahaprakash Bhav, they came in the regular form. Krishna, Balram and Subhadra, they are regular. So Narad Muni said, I saw that form, I saw that form, I saw that, I want that form. He's telling Krishna, I want that form. So then Krishna fulfilled desire. He said, when I come in Jagannath Puri, in Nilachala, you will have a darshan of this form. And that's where, to fulfill the promise to Narad Muni, Krishna, Balram and Subhadra came in this form, at this form. That's why when the King Indradumna told, after 2 weeks when he opened the door, he saw this form. This is the form which is Mahaprakash Bhav form, which we are worshipping, Lord Jagannath. So there is so much to talk. Suppose it's 8:30. So tomorrow we'll talk about some pastimes of Lord Jagannath. And then on Sunday we will sing Jagannath Ashtakam, and we'll talk in detail about Jagannath Ashtakam, so we can sing with feelings. When we know the meaning, then we are able to sing with the feelings. So we'll talk the Lord Jagannath Ashtakam pastimes. Okay. Any questions? Any comments? Anything? Anybody else? Yes.
Thank you so much for this wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
You were mentioning that when Jagannath is sick, that casteless people can work.
Sorry?
That when Jagannath is sick,
Jagannath is sick, yes.
then the casteless
Yeah, Sabara. They are the pig. They grow the pigs. That's what they have there. And they are the one who's called to worship.
Is it possible that, like in other temples, it will be adapted, or is it only in Jagannath?
Well, GBC is sitting next to you. Ask him. Because otherwise other days it's a very strict. It's a strict worship in Jagannath temple. But during these days, these 15 days when the Lord is sick, they allow to worship because He's most merciful. Lord Jagannath is. That's why you have deities here. You have Gaurnita, most merciful, and you have Lord Jagannath, Baladev Subhadra, most merciful. When you have Radha Krishna, you have to have very strict. You have to have very strict standard. But with Lord Jagannath, Baladev, and so Gaurnita, if you chant Hare Krishna, they are happy with it. See, even if you have sometimes something is not on time, they accept it because chanting Hare Krishna is they are happy with it. But with Radha Krishna, you have to be careful. So you have to, ask. But this is they allow in Jagannath temple worship. Another question? Yes, Prabhu.
Do you know how this developed that Lord Jagannath is always eating?
Sorry?
This service of
Eating.
this constantly serving prasadam,
Uh-huh.
like you said, 56
Yes.
and then when it's finished, wash the hands.
Yes, because they are preparing. They have the
But how this developed?
because he promised to the Indradumna wanted.
Who?
King Indradumna. He asked the Lord gave him 3 boons to King Indradumna, benediction. So the Indradumna asked 3 boons. He just said, one is that no son. I don't want son, I don't want progeny. Second is, Lord, you have to eat all the time. And third is you have to sleep only 3 hours. And that's why Jagannath temple is open until 11 or 12 o'clock and then open at 4 o'clock. And during that 3 hours, he cannot sleep even because all the demigods and everybody comes there. Talk to him. So he's talk during those 3 hours. He doesn't sleep. And there's no eyelids anyhow. So how can he sleep? He doesn't have eyelids. So he doesn't sleep. Actually, I was going to talk on Sunday, but I can tell you. Lord Indra came one time to have prasadam. There is Anand Bazaar next to the temple where you can buy the prasadam. It's free, so much prasadam, so much, because all offerings goes to the people. And that prasadam is there is whole pastime about prasadam, but this one part about the Indra. So Lord Indra came as a regular man like us and went to the Panda who was selling the prasadam. So Lord Indra is going and say, okay, give me 10 kg rice, 10 kg dal, 10 kg sabji, all. He took everything. Lord Indra took it. And then Panda said, give money. It's 1,000 rupees. This Lord Indra said, what money? What rupees? I don't know what you're talking about. Because he's Lord coming from the heaven. He doesn't know about this rupees thing. So he said, what rupees? Lord Indra said, as a regular man. What rupees you ask? Come on, you took my all this food, give prasad, give me money. Otherwise, give me back. So Lord Indra didn't want to give back. So Lord Indra ran away with all the food. And the owner, Panda, he followed him. And they ran and they came on the bank, on the bank of the ocean. And then Panda said, give me money, you have taken all this. Indra says, the man said, I'm Lord Indra. The man said, I'm also Lord Indra, plus give me money. Give me money. No, I'm Indra, he said. So at that time, the Airavat came from the sky. Airavat came. And Lord Indra says, see, I'm Lord Indra, isn't it? Should you accept it? He said, yeah. So he was so happy. to hear Lord Indra taking his prasad. So that place is called the Swarga Dwara. Swarg means the heaven and Dwar is the entrance. That place is still there at present, the Swarga Dwara. And that place, they say anybody who leaves the body at that place, they go back, they go to heaven, even at present. See? So there is we'll talk tomorrow about some of the pastimes of Lord Jagannath, of the prasadam. It is, and some other 2 or 3 pastimes. Okay, any other question? Our mood,
More like Aishwarya or more like he is very merciful?
well, he is most merciful, like Lord Caitanya. He is most merciful. Before they were allowed. I know Radharani Maharaj, they all went to, they embraced Lord Jagannath. Of course, these days, pandas, money, if you give some rupees, they will allow you on the cart, and you can embrace. But previously, it wasn't like that. Anybody can go on the cart and embrace Lord Jagannath. Doesn't matter. Whites, no color, creed, no race, nothing. Anybody can go. It was allowed before. But nowadays, give us money, give us 1,000 rupees, 15, you can go embrace Lord Jagannath. That's why it is. Because he wants his devotees to, he loves, he's merciful. Audarya Bhav, we'll talk about it on Sunday. What is, he takes he takes a bath in Badrinath. He gets ready in Dwarka. He goes to sleep in Rameswaram. And in Jagannath, he just talk, eat, talk. That's what he does. And as I said, Srila Prabhupada wanted, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj wanted, and was first it in Western country, they wanted Lord Jagannath, and that manifested. In 1967, first deity was the Lord Jagannath in Western country. So Rath Yatra is most important festival because it's mass preaching, mass prasad, mass book distribution, holy name. People engage all the spectators in pulling the cart, make them like Russians do, all make them dance. Everybody. Let them see the cultural program that will touch their heart and they will come closer to Krishna. Okay? Anything else? Yes.
Could you tell a little bit more about Sudarshan? Why is Sudarshan always also on the altar with Jagannath Bhadra Subhadra in all temples? Not just, this on the top, but also on the altar.
Protecting. Sudarshan is protecting. Protector. Actually, we know that Sudarshan Chakra is at the lotus feet of Radharani, at Krishna. Most of the lotus feet have Sudarshan. And Sudarshan Chakra, many devotees, when they chant the holy name in the morning, their japa, they keep the lotus feet of the sign of these lotus feet when they chant. Because Sudarshan Chakra removes from our heart the kama, krodha, lust, anger, moh, they remove. chop it off, removes. So that's why when we chant the holy name, some devotees, they keep the lotus feet of Radharani is under this. They meditate on that different sign, and all different sign has the, he's calling. And that's why many devotees, when they chant their rounds, they keep that feet so that they can meditate on it to remove the anarthas from our heart. Okay. Anything else? Okay. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Haribol. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
It's like a private program.
Something like that,
Yeah, yeah.
or a week or something
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah. This is Christian, no, wealthy devotee.
Yeah, so
He
it's
likes to search for Vaishnavas. So what he does, he just invites everyone to a nice place, and they just look at every time.
So he's gonna be there.
Would you also go there?
No, I won't go because I'm going farther up there in 29th. I'm going back to Vrindavan. My Vrindavan is like my grave.
In Vrindavan.
seen,
Yes,
small
yeah.
garland,
Yeah,
round,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
you know. So all these roses have big, big petals. If you even one petal make four, and make a garland, you know, it won't take many roses. You know, even in 5 or 6 roses, you can make a whole garland. You know, they also put the leaves in it,
Right.
and it's like they cut it around, so it's like a round.
Yeah,
You know. So it's simple,
yeah.
very simple.
Like during the week we could have more simple garlands.
Yes.
And on the weekends,
That's what I was
the
kind of.
weekend nice
Yeah.
big garlands like,
Yeah.
like we have. But during the
Exactly.
week they could just do.
Just simple, you know, simple garland. It takes only 5, 6, or 7 roses approximately to make it. Because the Prabhupada, you know, he is everything for us.
Sure.
You know, I'm not trying to find a fault, but I was just, you know,
Yeah.
this happened. And last year also I went, and I was saying, you know, because there were so many flowers around.
Yeah.
It's good. That's it. Take it out and just make a little small garland.
I think we have a good craft it out.
Even a small, you know, not even big.
Yeah, yeah.
That's not the, but I wasn't working for expensive or 5 or 6 roses.
Of course, if you do for Prabhupada, then you should also do for the deities.
No, but even
Prabhupada
say,
still is not comfortable with that he has garland, and the 5 deities don't have garland.
no, but Srila Prabhupada will accept because we are here with Srila Prabhupada.
Yeah.
So you put Srila Prabhupada will chala. Whatever you want to say. He says you want to please the devotee first.
Yeah.
That's my understanding.
Yeah.